This is the Taraga wind farm in the southern Tablelands region of New South Wales. It's one of dozens such facilities being built over the last couple of years. Noisy bugger, isn't it? The federal coalition government likes to crow now about the amount of wind and solar that has been installed in Australia's grid. Indeed, the Clean Energy Regulator says that 6 gigawatts of wind and solar was installed last year, and we're probably aiming for a similar amount in the coming year. Useful piece of information: over the last 8 years that the coalition government has been in power and more than 12 gigawatts and more than 150 such facilities have been opened, not a single coalition minister has actually been to attend the formal opening of one of these facilities. They must have been very busy. But as we're getting more wind and solar into the grid, some people are panicking about whether we can actually make this transition to renewables. We hear from the federal government about the gas-led transition to provide the reliability to the grid. But 3 very important reports have been released this week. The first one is from the Australian Energy Market Operator, and it points out that despite the federal government's gas transition plan, the amount of gas that will be needed in Australia is likely to diminish quite significantly over the next 20 years. And even in the electricity grid is almost likely to disappear by around 2038, 2039. Why? Because of what's called fuel switching. Energy efficiency, people choosing to go electric, be it in homes or in business, and also the arrival of hydrogen. Another important report came from Ember. It's a UK-based analytical firm. It points out that across the world, wind and solar is rapidly replacing coal, but it's not replacing it quick enough. We actually need to accelerate this transition, not slow it down. And the third important report came from Victoria Energy Policy Centre, the energy and battery storage experts, and it makes a really crucial observation that renewables, that is wind and solar combined with storage, and particularly battery storage, will be able to provide all the grid services that we need to have a secure, reliable and low-cost grid. So, cheap energy coming from wind and solar, grid security coming from storage and particularly batteries, including things like inertia and system strength. That's important because it means that we now know that we can get to 100% renewables, or near as damn it, within about 20 years as laid out by the Australian Energy Market Operator. There really should be no excuse now but to forge forward. We know what we need to do. We know we have a limited time to do it. We know we have the technologies to do it. So we should be doing it.